Hey guys, so I am reworking my own blog. I'm actually rebuilding it in WordPress. I've had it, and I don't really post to it anymore. I think it's been 2 years, but it's currently built in Hexo, which is a JavaScript static site generator. I got into that whole thing for a while, and it is fun, but I think I want to make things easier on myself, so I'm going to rebuild my blog in GeneratePress in WordPress using my child theme. So I thought this was a good opportunity to give some tutorials or show you how you can customize it to make it your own. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add colors. And what we're going to do is, here's the child theme on GitHub, and I've already downloaded and installed it on my computer. I'm doing things, developing locally using Laragon, however you say it, on my Windows machine. And I'm going to go to, I'm in VS Code now. I'm going to go to the GeneratePress child folder and open up Ink. Well, first thing I'm going to do is look at, so I have functions.php open. I'm going to make sure that colors, here it is. There's a little note, should be before styles.php so that styles.php can access those colors. So I'm going to go to Ink. It is included in colors. In here you can see I have, this is the only part you need to edit. We'll build an array of our color choices, and they're going to be added to the customizer and to Gutenberg's blocks, so that when you're, if you want to color a heading or a button or even things in Generate blocks, these colors will be available to you. And it's a great way to set up a palette of colors for clients that you can use on your work projects, but certainly on your own websites too. So you can put in your favorite colors. So I have some white, gray, and black as defaults. So as a designer, I'm a big Kit Heinrichs fan. He's always been a hero of mine. He's a big Santa Claus looking fella who does awesome work, has for years. He used to be a Pentagram partner, and now he has his own shop. But I'm going to pull some colors from stuff that he's done. His stuff is pretty identifiable by the typography, by the, I don't mean to make this about Kit Heinrichs, by the photography and his use of red. So actually I like this red, so I'm gonna do a little browser trick. Going to use this element. I'm going to include a color red, but now I'm going to sample. Oh, where's my, come on, there it is. Okay, yeah, so I like that red. So you can see it made that heading that I just selected red, but I'm going to just use it to snag that color. So I'm going to go back to my editor, and I'll leave in the light gray. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to put in a new color. So I'm going to do this. Now you can copy and paste this. I like to use VS Code shortcuts. I'm just duplicating the selected code. Okay, so there's my red color. And I'm just going to call it red. That's the name that will appear in WordPress, but I need this. You know what? I may call it AH red, just my initials. Oh, heck, I'm making this too complicated. Decisions. Yeah, so no, we'll just leave it red. Okay, and let's get a gray color too. Do we have any? Oh, sorry. Let's get out of that. No. Let me look under catalogs. Yeah, I do this all the time. You can find, you see colors on a website. Like, I really like that color. I want to use it. So I'll sample it and drop it into my palette to see. And you can see again here this kind of orange-red color along with grays that he likes to use. And these cutout images, love it. Always have loved it. Let's see if I can sample that gray. So again, I'm going to select This headline, I'm going to give it a color gray. There we go. Yeah. Maybe like that. Yep, that's what I want. Okay. So now I have my gray color. We'll just call this gray. And I'm actually going to ditch this dark gray color and just leave black. Okay. So now I have my palette that I think I'm happy with. And what's going to happen is, and you can see this documentation if you want to. I've referenced it in both places. So GeneratePress has its own hook built in where you can add colors to the palette, or actually you can change the colors on the palette. Let's see. Yeah, so here it is in the documentation. This is essentially what I'm doing. But I'm using this variable in PHP where I've built in these colors, and I'm using the same function, but I've built a little loop to loop through those colors and only add the color portion to the palette. Okay, and you don't have to worry about that. You can download this child theme and use it. And then this part, there's a Bill Erickson post, which is great stuff in here that you can use. Yeah, so this part down here is where he talks about how he added the colors. So essentially, he's got his array built right into the hook, I guess you'd call it. Is this a hook? Yeah, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just replacing it with this variable so I can reuse this stuff. Okay? So if you're interested in the PHP, there you go. So now if I go, here's my blog that I'm working on, and here is the dashboard. So I'm going to go to the customizer. And, you know, I'm not going to design the site right here for you, but I'm going to tinker around a bit and show you what you can do. So we're obviously going to go to colors, and maybe I want that background color to be that gray now. Actually, probably not, but there it is. So you can see I have my white, my gray, my red, and my black now. I'm going to make that white. But maybe I want my headings. Yeah, maybe my heading 1. What? Oh, that's it's a heading 2, isn't it? Why isn't that changing? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So we'll here click through, and yeah, now I have my red. Very cool. Is that a heading 3? Yes, it is. So I need to update my headings. Anyway, yeah. So 2009. I've got some old blog posts to pull in. Yeah. So the colors. So now those colors everywhere that you want to change colors, and you know, maybe we want where's my sidebar widgets? Maybe the background of those is that gray. You know, actually probably not, but you know, you get the idea. And I'll publish that. And the other place those colors are going to show up is in Gutenberg. So if you know, normally you won't go changing things like this, but let's just say you do for some reason. Now you can see my colors are also in Gutenberg. So if I want to make this paragraph this gray color, I can do that, or make it that red color. Or maybe the background color is this gray with the red. and WordPress has so kindly given me a warning. So I probably want a lighter gray. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. So I've realized that I want a lighter gray. Here, I'll just copy and paste. So copy and paste. So let's say I really do want a light gray. I need to make a lighter version of that. So what I can do, I'm going to update and come over here and preview that and use my inspector. Oh, yeah, there it is, to get the gray that I really want. And you can see it has that red color, has gray background color. Yes, we really want this to be lighter, but I want it to retain that little bit of warmth to it. Yeah, okay, so like that. So I'm going to take that color and drop it in. Let's go back to my post. I do need to refresh because it's not going to show up yet. Oh, wow. I don't know how it did that, but okay. Oh, I guess because it's now in the second position, whereas the other gray was. I wasn't aware of that. Weird. Why? Oh, here. Okay, my mistake. Because these two were named gray, that was goofing it up. Let's try that again. Yeah, just reload. And I'm not going to edit this out because we all make mistakes. Okay, cool. I like that lots better. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So anyway, that's how those colors are added in my GeneratePress child theme. And one other tidbit that is handy that I brought up in the overview video is that when you add these colors, they're also added as custom properties for use in your CSS, and they're also added as your typical, I guess, native, would that be the right word? CSS classes for applying those colors. So like the has red background, has light gray background, all that's here. So here's has gray color, here's that has a light gray color. So if you wanted to do this with your CSS, so let's say, for example, because I think I have my CSS open, let's say site branding. I'm going to make the, okay. So I'm going to go to my styles and my little spot for header and nav. I'm going to say site branding A. Let's see what else. Yeah. And we'll make it variable red. And now I get that red color. And now if I were to change it, and let's just see if I can make it red. I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, so see, now it made it that bright red color. And because it's a CSS property or custom property or variable, whatever you want to call it, I don't have to change it everywhere it's referenced. Now there's not, do your research. I think support is good, i.e. I'm sorry, Microsoft Edge and up. I don't think this will work with Internet Explorer, or it may with 10 and 11. Anyway, I can't recall. So, that may not be an option, possibly. But, feel free to try it out. Certainly see if it is an option. And I can change it back, and I get my, kind of deeper red. And the other last thing, of course, is that you can use these, has white color. So just to show you maybe how that works, I can go to advanced and classes, and I can say has light gray background color. I think that's the right. And so it's actually not going to show up here. Fingers crossed, though. Yeah, it'll show up here. So see, there's no padding around it. But, oh, where's that? Okay. Yeah, so you can see where it applies the class here. So if you're writing your own templates, let's say, or you have a custom block that you're styling, again, you can reuse these color classes without having to add more stuff to your CSS. So yeah, that's it. I find these useful. I hope you do too, and I'll see you in some other videos. Thanks.